Good morning, Bears. What is happening? It is bright and early. We are getting off to a quick start here. And all of that is absolutely necessary because I am going to be otherwise occupied today at the normal times. So thanks for joining me this early. And this is going to become the new normal. We're going to just try and get going around 7:30, I think, Central Time. That's going to quickly become the new normal and absolutely necessary. My beautiful lady has a new gig. She is going to be working for an optometrist as a nurse, and I totally dig that. I'm a fan. So I'm going to take over her dog walking so we can keep that income coming in and still keep up doing lessons and gigs where I'm able. So yeah, our earning potential has increased because she's awesome. And things might also be getting more interesting in this show. I may find ways to organize my time better where I can get some other things set up. And I was going to say I got an email yesterday from Music for the Bears. And this character is an interesting one. They're wanting to promote the podcast more and more. And I'm like, well, that's way cool. Thank you so much. So I was a fan. I was excited. Yesterday was a lot of fun. And I was talking about my favorite thing to be talking about in this show. So, yeah. No, I'm Sema Shapiro. I'm only Sema Shapiro, what does that fella to say? She didn't go for the full MD. So, I only have like half a yarmulke on at any given time. I don't get birch gold, I get birch silver. And let's see what else. I probably only have the ammo. I don't have the gun, right? So my Patriot Supply ammo. That's all I've got. Yeah, I'm not sporting the Steve mug. It's actually in the fridge right now. The Pinder ugly mug is I put it away in a special place where I didn't have to see its ugliness. No, I'm just kidding. I'm being silly. I don't ever do that, so I know you'd never know. But I was thinking about some things today. Not Gay Dave. I'm a little deeper than Not Gay Dave today, aren't I? I'm way down here. Let's just say it's the drier weather. It makes my whole throat, nose, area, whatever you call it, a little funky do. So my folks picked up a couple of vinyls for me. They found at a shop somewhere. One was a Gershwin album. Let's see, The Glory That Was Gershwin. It's actually Frank Haxfield, his orchestra and chorus, and it's the music of Gershwin. So we've got a little bit of that business going on. And then they found this other thing that's kind of cool. Jewish music in Russia today. And it's this mock Hebrew English script, which I really dig. They use a letter bet over here as though it's a J, which I think is so funny. In Hebrew, there's no hard J sound. Like even in modern Hebrew, they don't really pronounce a J typically, as I understand it. So that's really funny. But I'm interested to dig into this. Maybe you know how like they summon Batman with a bat signal? I could summon a Shapiro by playing the Jewish music, right? He will suddenly appear and be like, that's mildly inappropriate for your podcast, I think. I think Shapiro just hit puberty. He's way down here now. Oh, man, I'm having fun with this. It's too good. So, let's see here then now. Something I want to mention. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to put something in my back pocket for later. It's a dog poo bag. I'm going to need those in ready supply on my person. And my wife orders copious amounts of dog poo bags. So I shouldn't have too much of a trouble. But let's see. need to go to Facebook, sadly, because that's where my aunt operates out of. I want to alert you to a particular product while I'm on here for just a few minutes. I'm really going to have to go in like 10, 15 minutes. I'm serious. It's going to be a short show today because we're going to have to head out. So that's why I'm shooting for 7:30, so I'll have more time usually. Oh, that's another thing. Please pray for Jeremy and Stephanie. They lost a good friend the other day, and that's been pretty tough. I wanted to get in contact with them, and I've been so busy yesterday I missed it out. I want to get a hold of them today. So blessings to you guys, Jeremy and Stephanie. I hope and pray that you're comforted by family that's close to you in this time, because that's just awful, man. I mean, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. The Bears, I think, are with you. The Bears are behind you. When somebody loses somebody close, you know, hey, we want to rally around. We want to love on you guys as best as we're able. Hang on, I can't even see the chat yet. I'm trying to type something in real quick. Let's see, ma'am. Comfy. Sav. Let's see. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah, I hope I get to see them again one of these days, because I just don't get to see them very often. It's rather sparse. I got to see him a couple years ago and hang out a little bit more, but I just have not been able to. And I miss seeing Jeremy. He's a good guy, and Steph's pretty cool too. She's watching. Just teasing her. Okay, so this is something you want to get into. Let's bring this up in the thingamabob. How about that? Oh, I think I can. Yes. Here we go. Here's what happens. It's already up. And fade. This, folks, is the Facebook page that my Aunt Sylvia Clockingay has posted for her Mam's Comfy Salves. I think I've talked about them before. They're awesome. I mean, they work. She makes all of this stuff based on stuff that they cut right out of their garden. And she and my uncle are farmers. You know, they've been doing this stuff. They've been doing the farm life for, goodness, 30-something years, maybe more. Probably closer to 40. Let's see here. So I was looking for... I think there's a store page somewhere in here. But maybe you just message her and make an order. I mean, she's making it herself. It's not like she has a factory somewhere where there's people making it. So she's hand making this stuff. So you give her a call and you will get your Mam's Comfy Salves. Let's see. Yeah, she puts it in little cartons and puts little stuff with it. Like, it's legit. It's very, very cool. And so is she. So you might have to check out Mam's Comfy Salves. And I say that holding a bottle myself. I don't know. The lights are so bright. Yeah, she just made this recently. This is a fresh one. And I had to put it on my knuckles because I get really dry skin, especially on the knuckles of my hands. I don't wear gloves often enough. I need to fix that. So, yeah, at any rate, something to think about. Something that's worthwhile. All right, let's get on to the Hebrew while we have a few minutes. I should probably see what you're saying. Hey, Steve. Good to see you, brother. Sorry, I didn't get to the Hebrew before he had to leave. Maybe he wanted to leave before I get to the Hebrew because he's like, they're going to reveal all the secrets over there. What are you doing, Rad? What are you doing, Big Drum? I just used my real name. It's okay. It's my abbreviated last name. As far as you know, it could be my uncle's brother's cousin's dentist's former roommate's middle name. So there. It puts the lotion on the skin. Just clicked over and saw that. A handmaker's tale. Oh my goodness, you guys. So funny. So ridiculously funny. That's why I love doing this stuff. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, there's a website, and it's called... There's a lot of them out there, but there's a particular one that I'm a fan of, and it's called blueletterbible.org. BLUELETTERBIBLE.org. I was thinking about certain words that have to do with drumming the other day, and let's fade over to this. All right, now I can use it. So, okay, that's good. I know about the cookies on this page. It's all right. Here we go. So, Psalm 150, verse 5. Praise him upon the loud cymbals. Praise him upon the high-sounding cymbals. Well, I took to looking this word up. And what is this word that's cymbals? As you can see right here, you should be able to see cymbals. It's in the Strong's Concordance. It's H6767. Sel at sel. Sel at sal. I guess there's an ah sound in there too. But that's the word right there. Sel at sal. And I wanted to go dig into the root words for this, and kind of understand what's behind this word for a cymbal that they use here. It's kind of interesting. It was neat to me. There's other words that are associated, whirring, buzzing, a spear, or a whirring locust. So it's things that function in the same way that a cymbal functions. Like they could see that a cymbal, when you strike it, it vibrates, right? There's a video of a drummer, a guy named Mike Mangini, who's talking about cymbals a little bit. He's sitting with some guys who are doing some slow motion video on his cymbals and drums. And when you hit the cymbal, it literally bends, like it just crushes almost. It's wild the way the cymbals actually respond to our striking them, but we don't see it because it happens so fast. So, yeah, but this is basically saying a clatter or a whirring like of wings. Like it could be a cricket or also a harpoon, a cymbal, so it's this word that's used to mean all these different things because they function the same way. Now, let's see here. I looked it up, and I'll come back to this. I looked it up in well, let me come back to that real quick. The root word, the root words that it comes from. It will tell you sometimes in these. There we go. No, that's not right. Where's the roots? Usually it'll tell you. So from 6750. So we're gonna sneak over there real quick. Selal, right? Selal. So it's a sadi and a lal and a lamed and another lamed. That's the root. I tried to look that up in my roots dictionary, my ancient Hebrew lexicon, and it must be like a borrowed root or something because it doesn't actually pop up in here, which I found to be odd. And maybe I'll find it in another place. I don't know. I'd have to look around a little bit more. It might just show up in a place where I didn't expect. But I was looking for the selal, and I did find it in my dictionary, which I thought was interesting, my other dictionary. And this one I would recommend is the Entomological Dictionary of Biblical Hebrew, based on the commentaries of Samson Raphael Hirsch, and Mattatyahu Clark was the compiler of this. So it's basically like a three-letter root word dictionary, the parent roots, right? So I guess it would be the child root. I'm not sure. I think it's the child root. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I forget my linguistical terms because I'm not a linguist, but I practice. So, okay. So the entry here, if you do get this, if you do find it, because it's on Amazon, it's plenty of other places, and it's a really cool reference. Let's see here on page, it starts on page 216 and extends to 217 because it's right at the bottom. So there's an idea of sinking into into depths to prevent entry of outside stimuli, and I'm curious about that. Like this is kind of like a prevention kind of thing. It overflows, it overfills. It's this idea of sinking into it. So let's see here. Deafening instrument is one of the other definitions that comes off of this in the way that he categorized it, and he's taking that meaning from Psalm 150. it has to do with noise making in Genesis 19:8. Noise making, locusts in particular, because of their wings buzzing really fast. Or in Zephaniah 14:20, it has to do with a bell ringing, and bells operate essentially in the same way cymbals do. It's very interesting to me to go and see what other terms are connected with this. There's this other idea, preventing light, in Nehemiah 13:19, and I'm curious to look and see what was preventing light in that context, because I haven't looked that up yet. But something I wanted to alert you guys to that I think is a neat thing. Get some dictionaries like one of these. Brown Driver Driggs are also good. Jacinius, those are great ones too, and a lot of those are free and online. You can get them, but I highly recommend this because you're looking at cognates. You're looking at three-letter roots, and you'll see how you just change one letter, and the meanings can be similar but significantly different based in the three-letter roots, because a lot of stuff flows out of these three-letter roots. It's really interesting to get into. I wanted to have more time to dig in this. I don't think I'd have it. So what I will do in the few minutes I have left, because we got to go, is, let's see here. I will say to you, the tabrets, that's the other word. In Ezekiel 28, there's this other term, tabrets, which is translated as tof. And it's a two-letter, it's like a child root, I think it is. And it's translated as I guess it means a tambourine, or it's like a tambourine or drum, in some sense. And so I was curious about some of the background on some of these words. I want to dig in. I encourage you guys to go look it up and see what you learn about some of these things, but I want to dig in deeper. The stuff that I love, what relevance does it have? Biblically, how does it get used? See, this word for cymbal, this salatzal, it was interesting to me because it's a cognate, right? This cognate concept I was telling you about, of another word, selah. You'll see in the Psalms as you're reading them, occasionally there'll be this word selah that's off to the side. And nobody actually knows for sure what it means. Like all these different people that are trying to tell us, oh, it's selah, it's a musical term, or it means a pause, or it means, all sorts of different things that they're trying to suggest that it means. And it's this idea of it's connected to this buzzing or resonating or movement, right? It's linked to that as a cognate word. So there's this idea that you're supposed to resonate, in a sense. You're to stop, and when you're reading the Psalms, and they'll have this little pause, this interjection, you stop and you try to resonate with what's being said. There's that sense of that going on, that you should be in harmony, in movement with the words, right? That you should be actually physically moving along with what's being said. So I found that fascinating. I was just like, wow. Cymbals are all about people getting to move. Drums are about getting people to move. And here's this word, selah, that I've seen for years, and I don't know what it means, but apparently it's a cognate somehow connected to this salatzal, or salal, which is the root of this salatzal thing. I'll dig into the tof another time. I just don't have the time right now. I got to get out of here. But what I will say is, pray for Bears. Keep Bears lifted up in prayers. Keep Jeremy and Stephanie lifted up. And, look for ways to encourage Bears every day. Guys, I know it's short, but we'll be getting back to normalcy. It'll just be earlier normalcy. In the meantime, engage your mind, engage your body, and engage your heart, and seek to serve the ultimate purpose. How about I turn the ending music on? All right, guys. I love y'all, and I will hopefully get some other stuff in there in the next couple days that won't be live. We won't do it live. But nevertheless, be strong, Bears. Peace to you. This episode of the Big Drum Bear Podcast brought to you by Mam's Comfy Salve. Get yours today at facebook.com. Visit the Mam's Comfy Salve Facebook page and message Sylvia Clockengay for your Mam's Comfy Salve. Not available in stores.